think we're good to go. So welcome everyone to our bi-weekly SIG Scalability public meeting. Today is 10th July. I think I already have everyone in the attendees list. Let me actually present the meeting notes. All right, can you see my screen and the meeting notes?
Yeah, Matt.
Okay, perfect. It's always confusing when I do that on Zoom. All right, Arnaud, so I see you already added something to the agenda, so go ahead.
Matt, we wanted to discuss one of the issue we have raised related to a couple of test cases we added, a couple of months back related to network performance metrics measurement. Okay. So I think that time, I think you were on leave. OZ was, handling those, basically that issue. In the sense we uploaded the test cases and the code he reviewed, and all that code is committed. But what we see is, okay, let me paste that issue here so that we can have a quick discussion. Yep. So we have used a couple of tools like iPerf to measure the UDP latency and other packet per all that measurements. So what do we see is for the latency, we see negative values being reported in the run actually. So when we searched in the internet, we see that time synchronization could be the problem. Okay. That's what Hyper guys are saying. But OZ was saying that all the worker nodes are perfectly time synced in the CI setup, right, where these test cases run. So there has been no progress on this issue because we asked him whether we can consider those values as negative, and so that we can continue with still going ahead and reporting these metric measurement, because say out of many pod pairs, maybe at least we have seen 50% of them report negative values. So at least other positive values we can consider for the calculation and go ahead. So that was our question in that issue. But I think OZ seems to be maybe busy, I think, right? So he hasn't got time to look at this. So that's why we joined this meeting today. So if he could, take a look at it.
Could you share the issue? Because I'm vaguely aware of the things you're talking about, like this network performance. But as you said, like I don't think I was the one reviewing it. So I think someone else was doing that. So if you can drop it here, or perfect.
Yeah, I have pasted it in the chat. Yeah.
Is this the one? No, that's something else.
No, 18.
The chat, right?
No, the number is 1818. I have pasted it actually in the chat window.
In the which chat room? Sorry, the Zoom chat room, or?
Yeah, Zoom. Yeah.
Sorry, Zoom is always. I need to open 1 second here. Okay, let me see it. Okay. Okay, I think thank you for bringing this to our attention. I will make sure someone takes a look at this and help you unblock that. Yeah, I don't think we will be able to debug it now, but definitely someone should take a look.
Just to add a few more details to it, so we had raised one issue, so the SourceForge net that link that gives the issue that we had raised in the iPerf tool itself. So what they were saying is like, I think by default GC uses NTP, but I'm not very sure the place where we are running, like the SIG scalability, I mean, or the CI/CD pipeline where it runs, is really using NTP or some other clock algorithm. So I'm not really sure, but I think the default is NTP. So what they were saying is like the NTP, even in the best case, can have millisecond latencies. And what we see are, so it shows around microseconds, hundreds of microseconds of latency. So
okay,
because of NTP,
okay.
so, yeah, if it is using NTP.
Okay, let me just write this down. That's a good point, actually, that it might be a time precision issue. Okay, but like definitely, like someone from Scalability will take a look and we will try to help you here. So like going forward, like I assume this is blocking you, or like maybe putting in the other way. Like, so what's the long-term plan here? Basically, are we running this test continuously currently using our infrastructure, right? That's what we say.
Yeah, right now it is running, but it's not getting displayed in perf dash. I think maybe this negative value is the hindrance.
Okay, I see. Like, yeah, we should check.
Yeah, so there was a code written to display these. There was a code written to display these metrics in the perf dash. Even that one is not yet merged by, I think, OZ. I mean, is it merged, Vivek?
No, it is merged. I think like the perf dash has to be upgraded, and that has to be running in the test. So that's why
okay.
We displayed it.
So we did have like 2 weeks ago or maybe 4 weeks ago, this perf dash issue was documented here. So we needed actually to roll back to the previous version because it started consuming too much memory. I'm not sure whether this is resolved or not. I can check on that. Maciek is not here today, but he was working on that. This is closed, and the question is, did we upgrade? Oh, we upgraded. So just double check that your changes, whether there are or there are not there. It's possible that like it's already. If not, just let me know on Slack or like.
So the only thing is because of negative values, I don't know how the dashboard would be looking like. It will be weird to see that. So
like definitely, we should have at least the names here, right, of the measurements you are using. Do you know what is the name of the test?
Yeah, it's network measurements. It should be in the 1,000 nodes one.
Okay, 1,000 nodes.
I mean, I haven't seen it running, so I don't know if.
But Vivek, that version of perf dash is not there, right? So
I think what Matt is saying is it was upgraded. So
yeah, we deployed like the new version like 2 weeks ago or something like that. So if like the change was committed 2 weeks ago or later, then it should be here.
Yeah, it was committed.
We are basically building from the master. So like anyway, like we can. I will make sure that will help you here.
Networks, yeah.
Is it the one or not? Like, no.
Not this one, I think.
No, not that.
Anyway, like yeah, let's work on this offline. All right, let me just write it down too. Okay, if you can find the PR where you make the further changes, that might be helpful. Then you can basically easily check whether the version that we have currently contains it or not.
But it was merged long back, right? We're quite a long back. I think
it was merged
2 months back.
Should be there.
2 months back, yeah, 3 months back. Vivek, you have that link?
Yeah, I'm just searching for it. I'll just paste it 1 second.
Cool. Yeah, like we can check that online. So like basically just let me know on Slack. You can send me the PR number, but if you say it was merged long time ago, then it should be there. Then the question is like whether the PR did everything that is needed to actually have the jobs displayed, because like perf is not a great example of a good code. Like the config is like hard coded, and it's actually there's like many places you need to change if you need to add like new tests. So it's very error prone. It's likely that we missed one place or two, but yeah. Like anyway, I will like get back to you on Slack and we can figure it out.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So thanks again for bringing this to our attention. Arnaud, like, do you want to shed more light on the migration of scalability jobs to the community infrastructure?
Okay, so hi everyone. My name is Arno McCam, and you can call me Arno, and I'm the co-chair of the Kids Infra Working Group. So the main mission of this group is to migrate any resource running on internal Google Infra to the new community infra. And we identify some project using special project in GCP, and we would like to basically migrate those jobs to the new community, to the new Kids Infra, and we'll realize we need to raise some resource quota on GCP before to do that. So I saw some comment about there's some basically list of quota except CPU that need to be raised. So I would like to know if basically if you have a specific list of quota to raise, or just we need to discover over time.
So I don't think we have anywhere documented like the exact list of which quotas should be raised. Off top of my head, there will be like storage quota. So basically, like the issue, we run this super large test in scale of 5,000 nodes. So to spin up 5,000 VMs, you need a lot of CPU quota. That's obvious, but also I think there's a quota of number of VMs in network, or if I remember correctly, there are quotas for disk. That's definitely like the standard quota won't be enough to spin up 5,000 VMs. Probably there is something more. I see that you are working with Secure, so that's actually a great guy to work with. So if you can like create a doc and share it with us, then definitely we can like check the projects we have and basically fill the quotas there, and then you can proceed from there.
So actually, a few days ago, I noticed this bug and I shared with the team. So I think that from SIG Scalability, almost everyone is aware of this issue. So I guess if you need help with understanding what kind of quotas do you need in new project, then I think we can discuss it on Slack and help you. But as Matt said, basically there is no like specific list. We will just need to figure it out.
Okay, so I think basically, like I said in the pull request, I will create a new document and share with the mailing list of this group, so we can basically,
like you can share it with Marcel also as well. Like we will take care of it.
And also,
go ahead.
Except quota, do we have something else like specific bucket or specific permission we need to deal with? Or
so
that comment
that's
about
exactly.
the quota, about a bucket that needs to be migrated, but except that, do we need something else?
Yeah, there's one more bucket, I think. So when we were checking through the issue, there was like list of buckets that we also need to migrate. And I know that one of our buckets was not included on this list. So I think there is bucket called SIG Scalability logs. And this basically is also a bucket that needs to be migrated.
Okay.
I think we posted in one of the issues with buckets the name of this bucket.
Okay, I will look into that later. I think that's all for me. Thank you for the app.
Yeah, like thank you for like doing that and running this effort to migrate the jobs. As Marcel said, just like start the doc and we will make sure it's filled with the requirements for migrating the test to the new project.
Yeah, and if you have any questions, you can write to me, and either I will try to answer or maybe ask someone else to help.
sounds. I mean, that would be perfect.
Right, cool, thanks. Okay, Abu, I see that you already added a comment. I wanted to ask about this, but I see, okay, so you are going to spend some time in 123, right? So right now, you are not working on that. That's completely fine. I just wanted to ask more or less about this, about the timeline.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, I'm right now working on the support for list. But yeah, I definitely plan to spend some time.
Okay. Is it the clip.voitech opened for the list support? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's cool. All right. And last but not least, Marcel.
Yeah, so actually I wanted to talk about the bug scrubbing process. So I think that currently we don't have any. And because of that, we might be missing a lot of issues. So actually,
Like good example is the issue that like the first thing we discussed today, right?
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I think like 2 days ago, I also found issue that was like 2 weeks ago, which seems to me pretty important. It was kind of like memory leak with watches. So I believe it was also important, at least to look at it and maybe redirect to someone else. But basically, right now we don't have good visibility, like what kind of issues are assigned to SIG scalability. There are a few reasons, in my opinion, why is that? So first of all, we have at least I think 3 different repositories, right? Like we have test infra, perf test, and also Kubernetes, where there are multiple issues that are later assigned to SIG scalability. So I did a little bit of research, and I found out that the other SIGs, like there is one SIG in particular, SIG CLI, who is using tool called Triage Party, which is open source tool. And basically what it allows you to do is like you have basically like tabs and you go through them and you can see all issues that are not triaged. So I think this would be great help to us, but also that's not probably enough. So, tool is a tool, but we also probably would need to spend some time. And what I would like to start is basically I will start document and I want to also discuss it. What do you guys think about it? What's your opinion? How would you like to see it? If, for example, some part maybe of this meeting could go towards bug scrubbing process, like what's your opinion?
So I'm very supportive of this. As I said, like we have a great example even today, and you mentioned some other, and I also remember that it happens a lot that we have some bug open, and sometimes we just miss it. That is something we definitely should address. So like starting a process for that, that's definitely a great idea. When it comes to using this meeting for this, I would say why not? Like it's actually a good, maybe like a good standing item on the agenda to do something and just make sure all the issues are triaged and there is an owner for them. So yeah, like sounds like a good idea to me. And like starting a doc, proposing something, and then we can like discuss maybe in next meeting. And
yeah. So yeah. Probably I would say that at the beginning we won't be able to triage all those bugs that are kind of like our backlog, but moving forward, new issues like starting from
that's
when
also
we start. Yeah. So and then if we have some spare time, then we could go back and look at those like backlog issues that are kind of like the newest, but not the one. Yeah, but basically
like
done.
Sounds like a great start. Like let's start with something simple that we know we can handle, and once it works, then we can figure out like what to do with the backlog, right? Shyam, I know you are here somewhere. What do you think?
Hey, yeah, I think the backlog idea is a good one. Because I think this is a problem for us as well, because I keep getting pinged from time to time about folks wanting to contribute stuff for SIG scalability, and I always have to start searching myself.
Yeah, exactly, right. So like having a process for that and making sure we have some like properly tagged issues, for example, for things like this, for the good first issues. That's
yeah. I started doing this recently for some of the tickets. I just got the ticket this week, and it seems people are pretty keen actually to work on first issues like within minutes of cutting an issue. So the one I cut particularly was around duplicate metrics we had for watch counts. We have two metrics, two different things, both of which can count watches. And yeah, so that issue is taking.
So if you are doing it already, that's I think another reason to have it written somewhere and make sure it's like coordinated, right? Like we are not duplicating the work. Like,
yeah.
So yeah, even more reason for doing that.
Yeah. Also, there is multiple issues, and I think that there is limited number of people in SIG Scalability that can actually do those tasks, and basically what I'm saying is that it will also help us prioritize issues.
Yep. Yeah, cool. Definitely great idea. So thank you so much, Marcel, for like tackling that. So I hope to see that
I'm
document.
sorry.
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah. I'm the one running Twitch party from SIG release. So if you need help, just ping me. I will walk through to the process to deploy Twitch party on the community infrastructure.
Oh, nice. Okay, great. Thanks for
I think we've been working on this for like a year now. We had some issue over time because basically Twitch party have some glitch, but I can basically give you the tips to basically run your own instance. So ping me maybe next week or in 2 weeks, and I can walk you through the process.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That's very kind of you. All right, cool. Do we have anything else to discuss today?
Hi, can I ask a question? My name is Kathy. Yeah, I'm new to this SIG group. So I'm just wondering the scope of this SIG group. For example, if like I have a proposal for like for us to increase the scalability by adding like running multiple scheduler instances, because from my from my experience, bottleneck is in the scheduler. So does that fall into this SIG group's scope, like running multiple scheduler instances in parallel, so that can support larger number of nodes?
Like it's definitely a good starting point. So like the nature of SIG scalability is that we are a huge horizontal. Like we work with other SIGs, or we do things in the area of some other SIG. I think it's even written somewhere here that we very often do something that is falling into a charter of other individual SIGs. It might be that eventually to go to some other SIG to also discuss it. In this case, like SIG scheduler is like definitely a good place, maybe even a good place to start. I don't know, but maybe they experimented with like running multiple schedulers. But yeah. So basically, like the bottlenecks we are talking about is basically the pod throughput, right? Like you want to, yes. So what is the throughput that you are like trying, and when you are
so like I basically is the latency if like we have one scheduler, right? Latency is very long. It's all in the client set, right? It's all kind of blocked there and queued there. So I think if we can run multiple schedulers, then that will help, solve the problem in parallel. So that's one thing. Another thing I think, what we can do, I'm not sure whether that's fall into this scope, is like vertical autoscaler. We have like horizontal HPA and the VPA, right? So like for VPA, as far as I know, currently it needs a kind of a reboot, right? If we want to increase, the boundary of the paths. That's my understanding. It needs a reboot. So if we can have mechanism, that doesn't need the reboot, I think that would be great. But does that fall into this group or does it fall into another group?
That's actually the other group. There's SIG auto-scaling for issues like this. So HP, AVP, that's there. So.
Oh, which group? Oh, it's called autos. Oh, there's a SIG auto scaling.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
SIG auto-scaling. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, another general question is: so the Slack channel, is it access? Is it open to everyone? I mean, for every SIG group, is it open to everyone, or I need to get access approval, something like that?
Like, sorry, for what exactly? For just if you could specify. Sorry,
Pardon?
If you could you repeat the question?
Oh, okay. So, like, if I need access to the Slack channel.
Oh, the Slack channel. Okay. No, it should be open to everyone actually.
Open to everyone.
The SIG Scalability has almost like 2,000 people, so.
Oh, okay. So usually, like, you folks discuss the problem on the Slack channel and also the Zoom meeting. Is that so, or you have other vehicles to discuss something, or what is the most commonly used way?
These two are like most commonly used. Like, if there is like something, like obviously we also discuss things on GitHub, right? Either in like PRs or you can open a CAP, so Kubernetes enhancement proposal.
Yeah.
And then like basically we can review there or discuss there. So that's. But
so
these three are like I think the only ones probably. Sometimes like we write docs and discuss there, but it's pretty rare. Yeah. So
CAP PR, and then but for like before that, if like I would like to bring some ideas for discussion, which should I just join this team, this meeting, or should I go to the Slack channel? What's a common way you folks are using?
I think like starting with maybe Slack channel, writing down what you want to do, or like what are the problems you are facing. That's probably a good starting point. If like it requires more discussion or like detailed discussion, then basically you can add to the agenda of this document and we will discuss during the next meeting. The thing is like our TL is not here today, Wojtek, but usually he is here. So definitely like he will be a good person to have during this discussion. Like Wojtek is basically in Kubernetes from the beginning or almost beginning, and he knows a lot of stuff. So like ideas about running multiple schedulers, I surely will ring a bell in his head, and he will know whether someone already tried this or what are the potential issues there, or yeah, he will definitely know things about it. So
okay.
So like if you start with Slack, then we can basically make sure that Wojtek takes a look, and if there is like it requires like more discussion, then we can discuss in 2 weeks.
Okay, so if I would like to discuss something, I can just add to this meeting notes, right?
Yep, totally.
So it's open to everyone who can. I think I do not have access to modify.
You should have comment access, I believe, right?
Just the comment session. Okay, I see.
Comment or like you can propose changes also, like people are doing that during the meeting. I think it should be. I will double check on that. Like if it's not, I will make sure it's open to everyone to propose changes.
Okay, I see. Got it. Oh, Slack channel too, right? I mean, that's another way to discuss to bounce the ideas. Okay.
Yep, that's another way. Exactly.
Okay, good. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right. So,
just quickly, I added in the Zoom chat the link from SIG scheduling and SIG autoscaling. So if Katie wants basically information about those two groups, they have communication information in the link I put. So what's happening is like you join the mailing list for any of those things, and you will get an invitation in your calendar for the next meetings. And in every README for more of any SIGs, we have basically the link to the Slack channel for you to join.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. So we are out of time, so thank you everyone for joining us today. And I hope to see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, folks.